went over arrays or tables. We kind of briefly went over associative arrays because I wanted to go more in depth in this episode. Associative arrays can be very complex in Lua, which is pretty nice. You can sort of treat it like a database in a single variable because you can store arrays in arrays. So for example, I'm going to create an empty array, and then I'm going to insert an associative array in this array. So I'm inserting within T, I'm going to put in an associative array. So now I have a array with a single element or a single row, which is an associative array. Now I can continue to add some more rows into this database or into this structure, and it'll be sort of like a database. If I can get my spelling correct. Okay. Let's add a couple more. And one more. There you go. So now, if we check to see the size of our table here, we have 4 rows in our variable T. So this is now sort of like a database. To retrieve data, you can just go ahead and access it via the index, the numerical index to get the row, and then you specify the key to get the actual value. So for example, if I want to get the name of in the second row, that's the second row, and I'll specify name, it's going to return me Richard. And I can do the same thing for, let's say, the fourth row, and it'll return me Manny. And I can get anything. Hobby, any of the keys that are in there and their associated values, I can get by specifying it. We'll go into more detail over iterating over associative arrays later when we go through loops. But I just wanted to kind of show you that using tables in Lua can be very useful for storing very complex data types because you can group the values into a single variable. You can create databases, you can create almost like class type definitions. And if you wanted to go ahead and, let's say, remove an item from your database, It's just a matter of removing rows. So we'll go table remove. Let's say we want to remove Richard from there. We'll take him out since he's the second row. And now if we go to it's moved Jamie up. So that's kind of nice. In the next episodes, we'll go over some control structures before we hit loops, and I'll show you how to iterate over these table structures.